Shrimp pals! How you guys doing? I missed you guys. I only took a break for 1 week and it feels like a solid month. It's so crazy. So much has been going on. Woni, hi! My face is moving. I hope everyone can finally see. I did this in the last stream and my last stream was so scuffed that I'm assuming most people did not see. But my face actually moves. So now when I talk, there's actually a little animation, and that's really cute. I'd like to add a couple stream improvements here and there for every stream I do. I was hoping to have more this week, but I kind of got a little busy. But no one really saw much of the improvements from last stream. So I'm hoping that this will kind of show how it's improved. Hello, Sylvie. How you doing? I hope everyone's having a great Miku day. I'm not sure if anyone here is a fan of Hatsune Miku, but I am. And today is Miku Day. I made some art, so I figured I'd show it on stream. Here it is. I'm super proud of how this turned out. Stream of Thesaurus? What's that? My day has been great, honestly. I posted new art and everything's just been exciting. I did some more fun stuff at my job too, so I've been having a really good day. Glad you're doing well though. What have you been up to today? Thank you. Yeah, I think it's really cute. I'd actually, hold on. Let me pull up my last art because the improvement from last year, I do these every year for Miku Day, and my improvement is significant. Let me see if I can pull it up really quickly and not waste too much time. Miku, I'm just gonna search her. There's too many Miku arts that I've done. There's at least 4 or 5 that come up immediately. And I don't even see it. Huh. I don't want to waste too much time doing this, but... Ah, here it is. Let me see if I can pull it up. And then try to shrink it. I make my art so big, the resolution. I should probably export them smaller when I actually go to post them. Yeah, okay, this was 1 year apart. And I feel like my improvement is very, you can really tell. I'm really happy though. I actually got to spend a fair amount of time because of COVID to actually try to improve art. So that was nice. And then, where's this? Hold on. I can take that away. But I also pulled up the transparent one. I am Miku now. I aspire to be like Miku. I can just be a cold, unfeeling program that doesn't have to worry about the world. Yet I can live happily through the internet. Really happy with how it turned out though. And I'm hoping I can do more art going forward, especially of me. I want to show off my mermaid tail because I don't have any art that shows it off yet. Wrong one to turn off. There we go. I don't have any art to show off on that, so everyone just has to kind of trust me that I'm part mermaid. Please trust me on this. Okay, but I guess I'll start with some... I guess I'll pull up Duel Links. Let's just dive right into it. If I can find how to turn this off. I have so many, like, overlay things that I need to probably label better. Yeah, there we go. Okay. This time, instead of doing, like, screens, I just do them as layers. That way I don't kill the chat. Because I know my first stream... Whoops. Is that... What is that? Who is that? Hello? Oh, Sylvie, you followed. Thank you for following. I don't know where the... Oh no, my reaction... The thing that's supposed to show who follows me is not at the top. Not at the top of the layers. It's an alert box. Okay, I'm gonna pull that up at the top. Just in case it happens again. I feel bad. Yes. There we go. Boney, you joined the Shrimp Pals. Thank you for following. Yes, that's what that was for. I wrote those a couple weeks ago. Cookies or cake? That's tough. I feel like... I don't know. I kind of feel like cookies, but I appreciate how soft cake is. See, the thing about where I come from is that you're underwater. I'm from the seagrass meadows, and there's all... You can't really get, like, spongy foods. Not spongy foods that aren't waterlogged. So I really appreciate cake from here, but I feel like I'd still go with cookies. Because cookies are nice. You can just, like, eat a little bit. There's small cookies, there's big cookies, but you can have, like, a couple cookies. And compared to cake where you're gonna have, like, a slice. I don't know. You can kind of portion it differently. And I appreciate the chance to have variety there. Cookie Club, hey, what kind of cookies do you like? That's the next question. Because there's a lot of varieties of both. In the meantime, I wanted to go and pull some stuff. I went and I decided to start pulling a bit from this box. Because I like a couple of the things in here. And then I got a little bit through it and I was like, oh, I should stream this. Because I had the coolest luck. I will never get this lucky again. I did 2 pulls and got an ultra rare. And so I was like, okay, well, I should just reset the box. That way I have better odds of getting it again. And then I did like 6 more pulls and pulled MST, which is another ultra rare. So I reset the box again. I've never been that lucky getting ultra rares that quickly. But I've been interested in Rikkas because they're cute as heck. They're water plants like me. And I also really like Water Xyz. Water Xyz was kind of what got me back into the physical game. Because the first time I played physically was with like... The first time I got back into playing physically a couple of years ago was... I took like my old water structure deck. The one with like Ancient Ocean, whatever it is. Legendary Ocean, that's what it is. And I like added a couple Water Xyz. I went and bought like a couple Water Xyz online to just like have Xyz monsters. Because I happen to like Xyz monsters too and didn't have any. So Water Xyz was actually like what got me back into Yu-Gi-Oh! And Shark Caesar was my ace. I love him, he's so cool. I really like how he's got like a head on top of his head, if that makes sense. I'm a big fan of that kind of thing. I don't know if we have mermaid shark, but mermaid shark's another one like that like kind of exemplifies what I'm trying to say and having trouble saying. Card catalog. Oh, Girl Scout cookies are in season? I didn't realize that. I feel like I never have Girl Scouts coming around trying to sell cookies in my area. That or I just don't see it. Chocolate chip and confetti are good though. I'm a big fan of chocolate chip. We make a lot of chocolate chip cookies at my place around Christmas time, and they're very good. Mermaid shark. Yes, we have her. I love her. I'm like a big fan of just like half a female body on top of like a giant fish. That's like super niche and super weird, but I'm a big fan. What decks do I play now? Currently, I mostly play Vendreads. I can pull up my deck. I know I talked about this on my very first stream, but I play Vendreads with Chlamydo Sundew, this guy. So he basically lets you summon Predaprant Chimera Flesia. I always have trouble saying that. But it's like, it's really cool because you can normal summon Sundew and then just pitch a dark from your hand. And since Vendreads like being in the graveyard anyway, it's kind of like a free fusion summon from your normal summon. And then half the deck is just ritual spells and ritual monsters, because then you're tributing the rituals off of themselves to send them. And then I only have 2 main deck Vendreads that aren't rituals. Because you can send Anemia to the grave to special summon a ritual back, which is nice. I'm a big fan of Vendreads. I feel like there's a lot you can do with them. And like there's a lot of ways to like work around your opponent's strategies if you are clever enough to figure out the combo of how to get there. Sometimes it can be tricky and sometimes it's just impossible. But I feel like a fair amount of times there's a decent way to handle things. Yeah, I feel like what I ended up doing to get Vendreads consistent was just all of the ritual spells. Like you just need 3 of all of them. And then I run 2 of the 8, 7, and level 6 rituals. Because one of the ritual spells lets you ritual summon using 1 card from the deck. So as long as you have 2 of each ritual, then you can... What's the word? You can always, like, perform that ritual summon as long as you have at least 1 in your deck like that. So I messed around with, like, having 1-ofs of a couple of them. And I messed around with having 3 Battlelord, because Battlelord is pretty good competitively since you can shut down traps and stuff. But I feel like 2 of each tends to work pretty well. You honestly don't need a lot for Vendreads, though. Like, you just need the Vendread box, and, like, you don't need much outside of it, which I feel like is really helpful if you're doing free-to-play, which I do. I actually had, like, at least, like, a month's worth of gems saved up that I spent on this box. So I guess I'll pull some. I want Bahamut Shark. And I just want some of the some of the sharks so I can play better water Xyz. But I'm also interested in trying Rikkas. Let me do a 10-pack. I normally don't do 10 packs. I normally just do one at a time. But I feel like that's much slower. So I might as well just do 10 packs. Okay, inflation. Well, there's an Xyz. That's cool. Rika Flurries. Oh, that's a super rare. Nice. Level 6. So that works in Rikkas. Because Rikkas are mostly a level 6 deck. A rank 6 deck. Once per turn, you can detach 2 Xyz materials from this card. Return all other cards in the field to the hand. Your opponent cannot activate effects in response to this card's activation. Okay. So you can just drop 2 of your 3 materials to wipe the board. The fact that it's 3 materials, though, that's kind of rough. I feel like that's a very situational kind of thing. Oh, this one, I didn't realize this one was being reprinted. Apparently that's really good in Rikkas. Since you can kind of play it from the grave. Oh, Sylvie, have you been playing Sylvans, like, since they came out? Since they were, like, significantly meta? I remember back... I've been playing this game since it came out, and I remember back when Sylvans were, like, the worst deck. And now they are but a fond memory. Level 3s, rank 3s. Okay, cool. We probably have enough Carrot King for anything Rika. What the heck is Turbo Rocket? Let me read this, actually. When attacking, this card can be damaged. Cannot be destroyed by battle. This card attacks after damage calculation. Inflict damage equal to a quarter the attack of the target to your opponent. Quarter. That has to have been a half effect, inflicts half the damage, but then they halved everything in Duel Links for burn damage. I've never seen a quarter on a Yu-Gi-Oh card. Baby Gen X. Oh, when did you start playing the game? It's been out for like 4 years, so there's like plenty of time to just jump in at any point. Sorry. Gem Flash Emergency. Is this... This is not Gem Knights, but is this related to Crystal Beasts? What's the number of continuous spells on the field? Yeah, that's gotta be like pseudo Crystal Beast support. Hell yeah, Shark Caesar. And the Rika. Love seeing those water Xyz. This is how the autumn leaves. Okay, that's not that plant monster that's good in Rika. I don't think she's available in this box. But apparently there's one similar to her that's like really helpful in Rika's. Where, again, she just has like a flower for a skirt. Or a lower portion of her body. I got it last year, deleted it, and got it back a few months ago. I lost all my progress. Oh no! Oh, that's the worst. I would not be okay. I'm pretty sure I have like my account backed up, but I've never like deleted the app. Oh, that'd be terrifying. Did you spend any money on it? Because that's the worst. If you actually invested money in it and then lost your progress. That happened to me in Azure Lane. I didn't spend money, thank God, but I was making progress, and then I like kind of stopped playing for a while. But I got a new phone, and then there was a Keys in the Eye event. And Keys in the Eye is great, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna play the event. I haven't played Azure Lane in like a year, but I'm gonna boot it up and play for Keys in the Eye. Do it for the Keys in the Eye. So I tried, and I accidentally deleted my account in the process of trying to transfer it over to my new phone. So I was very depressed. But I also spent the entire Keys in the Eye event just grinding through the start of the game to try to get everything from the Keys in the Eye event. And I actually did. I'm shocked. I don't know how I ended up. Sorry. I don't know how I ended up getting so lucky to get all of the Keys in the Eyes. But I was. And now I'm kind of sad because I didn't go super hard when they had a HoloLive event, because I had literally no idea what HoloLive was. And now here I am getting into VTubing, and I regret not going hard on that event. Oh, good that you didn't spend money. That's nice, but it's still rough losing all your progress. Especially like all the event items. Like you can still get cards from like the card pool, but they make it a lot harder if you don't do it through the events. So I try to keep up with the events just for the good cards. At least. I do my best. I don't know how alive 1 year later. Seriously. I was literally like, I had no idea what it even was. And I was like, I don't know if this is something I'd be into. I'm just gonna like not try to look into it. And that changed. Hololive EN was... I feel like a lot of people got into Hololive with Hololive EN, but I feel like it just propelled Hololive and VTubing into the consciousness of people. Okay, let's throw together a deck with stuff we have. Maybe I think I have more water stuff than Rikkas stuff. So I'm gonna see what I can throw together with water. And then maybe I'll try again to pull Bahamut Shark. Ooh, Enchanted Mermaid. I haven't seen her art recently, but I've been looking at I saw the Rush Duel one recently, and it's so pretty. The Rush Duel arts of the old cards are so nice. I love Rush Duel art in general. I feel like Hammer Shark, probably, because that's a special summon. Of a level 3 or lower water. What rank 3s do we have? First of all, let's check if we have rank 3s. Because that's kind of what we need to be going for here. My first water deck was literally the worst. Like, I built it off of level 4s. Level 4s with a Legendary Ocean to lower my levels. Because Legendary Ocean... Okay, I have Leviathan Dragon. That's fine. And Shark Caesar. Otherwise, I don't think I have that many rank 3s. Yeah, actually, let's go back and pull some more. But yeah, so I did a bunch of level 4s with a legendary ocean to lower the level of my face-up water monsters. And then I bought some rank 3 water attributes so that I would have to slow summon level 4s and hope to get legendary ocean to level them down so I can make rank 3s. I built the whole deck around legendary ocean and didn't even buy the card to search legendary ocean. I was silly. I didn't know what I was doing. Shark Caesar. Oh, and the Rikka. That's like the same exact pack. Aquamirror Cycle. I feel like I have Aquamirror Cycle from like another box. Target one water monster you control and 2 water monsters in your graveyard. Shuffle the first into your deck, and if you do, add the second targets to your hand. Okay, so you're basically tributing... Well, no, you don't tribute the water monster. If you tributed it, that would have been nice for Rikkas. Okay. Semantics. Rikka Tranquility. You can activate this card. You can also tribute 1 plant monster. Oh, optional tribute. That's cool. Special summon 1 Rikka monster from your graveyard in defense position. Then, if you tributed a monster, when you activated this effect, special summon 1 plant monster from your graveyard in defense position. Oh, that's cool. You can just summon 2. You can only activate 1 Rikka Tranquility per turn. Space Cyclo. That's cool art, actually. Detach 1 Exceeds material from a monster. Oh, that's sad. It does nothing. That's like so like useless. You can only control 1 Gigabyte. If you control a spellcaster type monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. Okay, so it's whatever those are called. The type casters. The charmers, yeah. It's a charmer thing. When this card is destroyed by battle or card effect and sent to the graveyard, you can special summon 1 monster with 1500 attack and 200 defense from your deck except Gigabyte. Okay, so that's just charmer stuff. They're very... What is it? They're like trying to step around not saying charmers. Doing everything in their power to not say charmers. Humming the key, Jin. Is that how you say that? Jin, or is it Dijin? I'm assuming it's Jin. Jin. I don't know. 2 level 3 monsters. Water. When this card is special summon, you can target 1 Jin Xyz monster in your graveyard. Special summon it. When you can attach up to 2 cards from your hand to it as Xyz material once per turn. You can detach 1 Xyz material from this card, then target 1 Jin Xyz monster you control. This turn, it can attack your opponent directly. So you can just bring a Jin back and stick material on it and attack directly. Yeah, Yuma cards. I was always confused at like why he got the Jin Xyz monsters. Like they seem super random for him, especially since his deck is like very themed around the automats. Cyclamen the Rikka Fairy. I don't know if I have this one yet. You can tribute this card from... It's a normal, I probably do. You can tribute this card from your hand or face up on the field, then target up to 2 plant monsters you control. Reduce their levels by 2 until the end phase. So that means you're probably doing rank 2s or rank 4s. During the end phase. If this card is in the graveyard... Because it was tributed and sent there this turn, you can special summon this card, but banish it when it leaves the field. Oh, that's nice. You can only use the effect of Cyclamen the Rikka Fairy. Once per turn. Burning Abyss. I don't know how Burning Abyss work. Fun fact. I know they do Xyz stuff, and they have interesting looking art, but that's about it. And that Farfa likes them. Whoa! Hell yeah. We got the ultra rare. Now I actually have 2 Snowdrop. Because Snowdrop was the card I got after I did 2 pulls when I first went into this box. And that was part of what convinced me to try to go for it. She's so pretty, though. Love that ponytail look. All the Rikkas are really pretty. I guess maybe to make them not overpowered, the Law Intermates got a couple of ban cards, and then Firewall Dragon. Oh, yeah, Performant Pals, Intermates. Yeah, Firewall Dragon's ban was so silly. I really don't know why they didn't just, like, errata it after the first arc of Vrains. Because literally, I don't think Playmaker ever used the effect that got errataed. Which is so silly. Like, it was just them not wanting to change the effect. Which, like, I guess is fair, but they didn't need to do a lot to make it okay. They just needed to slap a once per turn on it. And that was all it really needed to be balanced. I'm interested to see how Firewall does in Adignisters, because I'm playing Adignisters right now. I don't think we have Firewall in the TCG, but I'm assuming we're going to get it soon. And I'm assuming we're just going to get the OCG errata. Entermates, though, Yuya had, like, so many weird monsters. Like, the amount of variety his cards had was kind of crazy. They kind of just did everything under the sun. Oh, I wanted to read that Rikka card. I'd like to actually look this up, but I feel like Yuya probably had, like, the largest... I think he had, like, one of the largest archetypes. Especially out of protagonists. Yeah, the Firewall combos. You can already do a lot of special summoning in Adignister. So I'm interested to see how it helps. I'm honestly not confident it'll help that much, though. Where was the Rikka card I wanted to read? This one. Rikka Flurries. If a Rikka monster you control is tributed, except during the damage step, you can make your opponent tribute one monster you control, their choice. So they get to pop one of your monsters. You can only use this effect of Rikka Flurries once per turn when your opponent... Once per turn during your opponent's end phase. If you control a face-up non-plant monster, destroy this card. Sure. Okay. So basically, if you tribute something, you can force your opponent to make you tribute something else. Alright. I guess it works in Rikkas. Let's do some more. I don't want to, like, chew through all my gems since I don't spend money on this game. But I do want to invest a chunk since I want to try to play some of these decks. At least a little bit. Actually, let me read these Burning Abyss cards. They're so long. The text here is so tiny. If you control a monster that is not a Burning Abyss monster, destroy this card. Okay, so it pops itself. You can only use one of these effects of Cogna Melibrak of the Burning Abyss. Is that how you say that? Once per turn and only... You can only use one effect per turn and only once per turn. If you control no spell or traps, you can special summon this card from your hand. That's pretty good. If this card is sent to the graveyard, you can send one Burning Abyss spell and trap from your deck to your graveyard. Interesting. Oh, I also know Burning Abyss is rank 3s. That's the only other thing I know. Target any number of Burning Abyss monsters in your graveyard that were sent there this turn. Special summon them in defense position. You can only activate one Traveler of the Burning Abyss per turn. Aquamir and the Baby Gen X. Yeah, the Dante's Inferno archetype. I appreciate how the artwork is like... I feel like it's more reminiscent of that kind of stuff than just like plain Yu-Gi-Oh artwork. Like you can really tell the difference between a Burning Abyss card and like literally any Yu-Gi-Oh card. It's really cool seeing like the cards that have interesting art. Like the Burning Abyss and what are they called? Melfies. Melfies are so fucking cute. Melfies are really cute. I feel like one of the best things about one of the most interesting things about Melfies is just that they have like a really unique art style. Did we ever read Rikka Tranquility? When you activate this card, you can also tribute one plant monster. Yes, we read that one. Ooh, what's this? Burning Abyss. They have so many effects. If you control a monster that's not Burning Abyss, destroy this card. Do they all do that? Do they all self-pop if there's no Burning Abyss? Or if you have something other than Burning Abyss? If you control no spell and traps, you can special summon this card from your hand. If this card is sent to the graveyard, you can target the 3 Burning Abyss cards in your graveyard. Except Barber. I don't know if that's... Am I saying Barber right? He doesn't look like he's a barber. Banish them, and if you do, inflict 150 damage to your opponent for each. It's so weird seeing the halved burn effects. Okay, so I guess what Burning Abyss do is they have one effect if you have no spell and traps, and one effect if they're sent to the graveyard. And they pop themselves if you have anything other than Burning Abyss. Cycleman. Oh, TG Werewolf. You can target a level 4 or lower monster. When a level 4 or lower monster is special summoned, you can special summon this card from your hand during the end phase if this card is in your graveyard because it was destroyed on the field and sent there this turn. You can add one TG monster from your deck to your hand except Werewolf. Special summon this card. So if you special summon something level 4 or lower, you can special summon this. I guess that's good for like low level synchros in TG. Do they have low level synchros? Ultra rare? I think they must have low level. They must have low level synchros because they're like all about Excel synchroing. Yeah, it is a weird deck. It definitely seems like there's a lot going on. Ooh, okay, Mudan, the Rikka Fairy. I love their little umbrella spear things. I guess they are definitely umbrellas. You can tribute one plant monster, special summon this card from your hand. If this card is normal summoned or special summoned by the effect of a plant monster, you can add one Rikka spell or trap from your deck to your hand. You can only use each effect of Mudan, the Rikka Fairy, once per turn. She's really cute. Not to be gay and all, but... Whoa! Oh my god. Sweet. Okay, so now I have two MST and 2 of the Ultra Rare Rikka. Love that for me. Dante. Okay, I feel like the big thing I really want now is just Bahamut Shark. Okay, I have 1 Mudan. Big fan of her. I saw the Rikkas when they first came out, and I never like actually knew what they did. Like, I knew they were really cute and that they did like some Xyz stuff and they were like water for some reason. But that was like all I knew. I didn't realize they did like tributing stuff. That's kind of like not where I would have expected them to go. I feel like tributing is super it's not what you do anymore. So it's cool to see archetypes that kind of like try to pull old game mechanics and make them better again. Hellbore the Rikka Fairy. When your opponent activates a monster effect that targets a monster you control while you control a Rikka monster, you contribute this card from your hand or face-up field, negate the effect. Ooh, so you choose a hand trap. When your opponent activates a monster effect that targets a monster you control, okay. She's a hand trap, that's kind of cool. If this card is in the graveyard, you contribute one plant monster, special summon this card in defense position, but banish it when it leaves the field. Interesting. Yeah, I'd like to see... I feel like they are kind of... Ooh, another Hellborn. I feel like they are kind of going back into some of the old mechanics. Like with levels. They just did Armed Dragons. I'm also a big fan of Armed Dragons because that was like one of the first... I had some Armed Dragon cards when I was younger. So I'm kind of biased. But when we get Armed Dragons in Duel Links, I will be playing them. Because they look fun. Libic. Burning Abyss. These cards are terrifying. And pretty cool. You control a monster. Okay, so it pops itself if you don't have a Burning Abyss. You control no spell or traps. You can special summon. Do they all do that? If you control no spell and traps, special summon it? If they all do that, that feels surprisingly good. If this card is sent to the graveyard, you can special summon one level 3 Dark Fiends monster from your hand, but its effects are negated. Okay. They seem like they do a fair amount of special summoning. I'm not even going to try to pronounce her name. Which is the most important aspect for a Yu-Gi-Oh deck? What do you mean by that? Like, do you mean like consistency? Or like mechanics-wise? Or do you also include like the lore and the art and the synergy? Like, is it just gameplay-wise, or does it also include stuff beyond that? I feel like I would have different answers. I'm definitely not, like, too competitively invested in Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, I definitely keep up with the competitive stuff, but I don't really play competitively. I go for aesthetic / plays okay. Yeah. Ooh. Oh, a second Mudon. I hope I'm saying that right. Cool. Okay, so that's... I feel like we might be able to build, like, some sort of Rikka deck. Just to see how they work. But yeah, I'm like... I don't tend to go for, like, the super competitive decks. I tend to try to hit ones that I really like the style of, I really like the gameplay of, or... I guess mostly just those. I have to like how the deck looks and feels if I'm gonna play it. I don't just play because is good deck. Okay, so let's make Rikkas. Actually, can we talk first about the fact that this, you want to try to name your deck that? Let's see. There it goes. I wish I had like a censoring sound effect. But yeah, why they censor speed? I will not know. I guess because it's kind of a drug, I think. So I've heard. I actually have a deck that is Speedroids and isn't censored because I built it before they started censoring the word speed. I don't know where it is, but it's somewhere. I do play a little bit of Speedroids though, just to make synchro plays. They're fun for synchro plays because you can pretty consistently do at least one synchro per turn. It's speed, but not roids. I didn't even notice that. Kite May Wilder, hello. Currently working on a deck that even auto can't mess up after that. Gonna work on a big brain deck. Interesting. What kind of... Is it like an archetype? Or is it just like cards that work together for what you're going for? Oh my god. I just realized, can you guys hear the music? I can turn that up. Oh no, I really hope I wasn't just silent this whole time. Let me know how the music sounds. AFK a while. Is that for the deck? Like, so it can run AFK? Or are you leaving? Okay, let's try and throw together Rikkas, though. I'm gonna play on Antinomy since... Antinomy? How do you say that? Since he just came out. Rikkas. So let's find them. Let me just remove that S. Okay. I'm assuming 2 of the ultra rares. 2 of the super rares. At least. Hellborn. She's the hand trap. I need to like read up and build this deck at the same time. Erica. Oh, I love their ponytails. She's cute too. When an attack is declared involving another plant-type monster you control, you contribute this card from your hand or face-up field. That monster gains a stack until the end of this turn. If a plant-type monster you control is tributed while this card is in your graveyard, you can special summon this card in defense. But banish it when it leaves the field. You can only use this effect of Erica, the Rikka fairy, once per turn. Okay, interesting. Udon, Segelman, we read her. We didn't read Primula, because we didn't get any in this stream. Auto Duel is so dumb. Had to dumb down a Blue Eyes deck for it. Even though it's already among the simplest base decks, Auto still can't do it right. AFK to eat and shower. Okay, that makes sense. I did that right before this. Honestly, though, that's kind of surprising. Because I don't know if the Auto Duel has changed, but it's always just been like tribute for big monster and then attack. And, like, that's all it ever used to do. I guess Blue Eyes kind of has more going on in it nowadays, now that we have some of the newer cards. We have at least one alternative. So I guess that kind of makes it more complicated, but that is really surprising that even the auto duel can't handle Blue Eyes too well. Or not enough to just, like, let it go and be confident, I guess. I can't look at the auto duel when I play. Or, like, when I auto duel, because they make so many dumb mistakes. Kanzashi the Rikka Queen. Very cute, but that's a given. This monster is tributed except during the damage step. You can detach one material from this card, then target one monster in either graveyard, special summon it, but to gate its effect. Also, it becomes a plant monster. If a plant monster you control would be destroyed by a card effect, you contribute one plant monster from your hand or field instead. You can only use the effect of Kanzashi the Rikka Queen once per turn. If a plant monster you control will be destroyed by a card effect, you contribute one plant monster from your hand or graveyard. Okay. So I think the idea here is that you target Kanzashi to tribute her, then you use Kanzashi's effect to not tribute herself, and then you contribute something from your hand or field. But then you still get... If this monster is tributed, except during the damage step, you can detach one material from this card. I don't know if that goes off. Does she have to be in the graveyard for that tribute to count? But then if she's in the graveyard, she can't detach material because you can't have material in the graveyard. God, Yu-Gi-Oh! Timing is rough. I think... I don't know, logically, I feel like what makes sense is that you target her to tribute, you activate her effect, you put something in hand or another Rikka on the field, then you activate her other effect, you drop a material, then target one monster in the graveyard, special summon it. So if you were going to tribute something, you can either put something from hand and special something to your field, or tribute something on the field and special something back to the field. Which seems pretty good. I hope that's how it works. I don't know if we should keep... We shouldn't keep Shark Caesar and Leviathan Dragon in here because we don't do rank 3s in this deck. Flurries and Tranquility. Given that this is a trap, we probably aren't going to use it. When you activate this card, you can also tribute one plant monster, special summon one Rikka from your graveyard in defensive position. Oh, this is one you can tribute and you don't have to. I'm just going to throw one in and see how it does. Rikka Flurries. If a Rikka monster you control is tributed, you can make your opponent tribute one monster you control. Let's just try 2. And then I think we went Cyclamen. Because I think she kind of like helps with recursion. Maybe. This card is in the graveyard because you tributed and sent it there this turn. You can special summon this card but banish it when it leaves the field. Yeah, so it does that on its own, which is nice. If a monster you control is tributed, except during the damage step, you can special summon this card from your hand in defense position. Target up to 2 plant monsters you control, increase their levels by 2. Oh, okay, that's cool. So she helps you get to your rank 6, even if you don't have level 6s. Let's just try that. And maybe one Hellborn? I don't know, the way I build decks, I feel like I just kind of throw all the archetype stuff in there and then see how they go. Because it's kind of just boring if you play, like, the meta deck. Like, I could just build the meta deck, but... Or, like, try to build it. But that's not fun. Where's the fun in that? Half the fun of Yu-Gi-Oh! Is learning the deck. At least for me. I like the effort that goes into learning a new deck. There's a lot of work that goes into learning a new deck, but I feel like it's very, what's the word? Like it's worth it. It feels good. It feels good, man. Yeah, it's more fun to play around meta. Yeah, I agree. It's nice to like keep up with the meta, I feel like, but I personally don't try to go for meta typically. What did I want? I want Rose Maiden. Maybe that's not her name. Something Rose. The one that's good in Arrow Mages. I played Arrow Mages a lot too, actually. Rose Lover. Okay. That's her. I think she's limited to 2. Wait. Did they take her off the list? They took her off the ban list. Guys. Shrimp Pals. They took her off the ban list. Oh, that's cool. Okay, well that means I guess we're running 3. Big fan of Rose Fairy. She's cute. I love her, like, her eyes look like bug eyes. I just think that's so cute. Little bug fairy. Okay, so... What was the other plant that I feel like is... It's the carrot. I spelled carrot wrong. Carrot. We do have at least 3. So I guess I can throw him in and see how they do. And then we should probably throw in rank 4s and rank 6s. So let's... How are we going to search that? Xyz monsters. And we're going to go for 4 and 6 filter. I guess we can throw in a Fairy Knight. I don't think we'll ever summon him, her, one of them. Them. Who needs gender? Once per turn during either player's turn, you can detach one Xyz material from this card. Target one level 5 or higher effect monster your opponent controls, negate the effects of the monster until the end of the turn. I guess 1. We'll try it. Swordbreaker I think is pretty generic, but not great. You can detach one Xyz material from this card and declare a monster type. This card gains the following effect. The start of the damage step, if it battles that type, destroy that monster. I mean, it's already 27,000. I guess it helps to, like, run over huge things. That's Boojins. This is light monsters. These are fairies. Samurai, I guess, is okay. You can make 2 attacks. I don't have a ton of monsters. Not like the good level 4s. I still need Utopia. Once per turn, when this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle, it's into the graveyard. You can detach when you seize material. I can make a second attack in a row. Well, I guess Kachikochi Dragon is just a better... Isn't that just a better Gagaga Samurai? Because he's got 200 more attack. Like, you can't attack for game with it. I guess that's the only difference. Because Samurai can just make 2 attacks. The other one has to pop a monster. Yeah, gender is crunchy. Gender's just... It sure is something. But that something is not necessarily good. Yeah, I really don't have that many rank 4s, do I? Whoops. Well, I think that's 7 anyway. So let's try that out. This is just gonna be real bad, but we'll see. Gender is a scam to sell more bathrooms. It really is. And now we have... What is it? Bathrooms for... What's the word? Unisex bathrooms. That's 3 whole bathrooms. Big Bathroom had to figure out how to get us to buy more bathrooms. Because 2 wasn't enough. Nothing against unisex bathrooms, though. They're nice to have. Actually, I will be right back, though. So I will leave you on here. Be right back. Shrimp pals, hello! Let me get back to the Duel Links. Yeah, my stream is slowly improving. I now have an AFK screen. And a transition thing. Yeah, let me play that again, because it probably didn't play too well on the last stream. I have a little shrimp logo. They're very cute. The next thing I think I want to do is an animated background. I'm working on it. I wanted to get it done for this stream, but I didn't have time to finish it up. Okay, let's try out Rikkas. I'm just gonna go up against one of these guys just to do the Karibo thing and to see how the deck goes. And I'm gonna switch to my dual mode. Apparently I really like making convoluted overlays for my streams. All I did was just kind of like expand the... What is it? The field. This is what the normal one looks like, and then it just kind of like zooms in. But I like shift all the important parts so they're actually visible. And I made the life points, my life points, bigger. Yeah, big fan of that. And you can still see everything. Love it. Okay, we're gonna set the trap. Activate the continuous effect. Primula the Rika Fairy. And Cyclamen. You can tribute this card. Okay, this one, if this monster you control is tributed, you can special summon this card. So we need something to tribute something. I don't think we have any way of tributing right now. If a Rika monster you control is tributed, so that requires a tribute. You can tribute this card from your hand or face up field, then target up to 2 plant-type monsters you control, reduce their level by 2. You can tribute this card from your hand? Okay. This card you control shoot that. That's so weird. I'm just gonna play Primula and tribute Cyclamen. Oh, Woni, thank you for the heads up. I did see that there was a little bit of lag on my end, and I wasn't sure if you guys saw that. So, I appreciate knowing that. I'll definitely work on that then, because that proves that there really is lag. We're gonna change this level. Wait, it ranked down? It leveled down? Wait, why? Oh, okay. Okay, that's the level down level 6s. Oh, that's... Okay, that was a waste. And what do I do with you? Fix my level. Okay. What a waste of a turn. I really just learned decks by messing up. Okay. I've got 2 monsters on the field. There was very little lag on the stream graphics itself otherwise. Okay, cool. Way better than last stream. I definitely have things I want to play, but my computer is not... She's not ready to handle those things. I can barely play Minecraft, even when I'm not streaming. Let's activate the trap. So... I literally don't know what that just did. We're gonna lose the Hungry Burger. If a monster you control is tributed, you can special summon this card. You can target up to 2 plant monsters you control, increase their levels by 2 until the end of the turn. So I don't think there's anything I can do to get Rose Lover in the graveyard. Except run her into something, and then I can't activate her effect anyway. So I guess we set and pass. Hello, Kite May, welcome back. Yeah, it is definitely way better than last stream. You stream on it right now on your Craigslist PC, oh no. Here's hoping it'll feel a lot better once you have like a solid setup. Ragnarok Online, good to know. I'm not expecting my computer to handle anything at this point. This game isn't even through my computer. I have Duel Links on my computer, but I think it's safer to just run it through my phone. Especially since I like went through the whole process of doing a lag-free... What is it? I set up like a whole system to lag-free stream my phone to my computer. So I might as well use it. Okay, World Carrot Weight Champion. If this card is in your graveyard, you can send 1 plant monster from your hand or face up on the field to the graveyard, except World Carrot Weight Champion. Special this card. You can only use this effect of World Carrot Weight Champion once per turn. So this only works if it's in the graveyard. So I think I'm going to use Carrot Weight to run over Dokuro Rider. Oh, and Rose Lover would have let me special summon it, and that would have been a waste. So we're gonna pop Dokuro Rider and Suicide. And actually we lose the Hungry Burger, don't we? Fuck. I swear I know how to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Loses to Hungry Burger as the first duel of the stream. Maybe when I go to finish up the stream, I'll play some Vendreads and show you guys that I can make some big brain plays. Yeah, I feel like for right now, I'm just gonna stick to... I don't even know what I'm gonna do. I feel like once I really start streaming, it'd be nice to do, like... I'd be pretty happy with doing Duel Links once a week. Or doing some sort of Yu-Gi-Oh! Content, because I can easily jump between Duel Links and, like, YGO Pro and Rush Duels. I'd love to do Rush Duels. So honestly, just rotating between those three, I could easily, like, do one Yu-Gi-Oh! Something a week. And then I'd like to do, like, one random thing a week, too. Because I have a lot of, like, really random kind of ideas for streams that are kind of, like, one-off things. So I feel like that's where I'd like to get to eventually. Maybe. We'll see. I could also do art, but I feel like I get the vibe that I would have trouble doing art and, like, interacting with chat. Sometimes I have trouble just, like, keeping up with these games and stuff. So I don't know. I feel like that'd be something to try, but I'm not really sure how well it would go. Redstone Online will likely play too, and new players are apparently so rare there. Your only issue will be turning down gifts and various invites. Fair enough. Yeah, how long has that been out? I've never heard of it before, but I can imagine if it's not, like, new, it might have kind of fallen off. I feel like unless an MMO is, like, really big, they go through the cycle of a whole bunch of people try it out, and then a whole bunch of people fall off. Okay, bye Kite May, thanks for stopping by. And thank you for subscribing. See you later. Okay, so we got Snowdrop. The Rikka fairy. Hold on, she's level 8. Why? Oh my. That's just rough. Why isn't she just level 6? Like, I like level modulation, but that makes it tough. I do be a big fan of level modulation, though. Rikka flurries. We're just gonna activate it. We have so many fairies. So many Rikkas. They're not fairies. You contribute 1 plant monster. Special summon this card from your hand. Gotta have something on the field to do that. You contribute this card in your hand. Target 1 level 2 plant monster. Reduce its level by 2. If a monster you control is attributed, you can special summon this card from your hand. You can target up to 2 plant monsters you control. Increase their levels by 2 until the end of the turn. So I think we might be able to make a rank 3. 6. Rank 6. Let's try this. So we have to get Rikka Snowdrop on the field. And we need to target it with Cyclamen. So Cyclamen needs to stay in hand. Snowdrop needs to get on the field. And Primula needs to get on the field so it can increase its level by 2. And I can special summon that if I tribute a Rikka. Or if I tribute anything, I guess. The monster you control is tributed, yeah. You can tribute one plant monster, special summon this card from your hand. I don't know if I can do it. This is rough. Okay, let me try... No, okay, so the only options are these two. And Cyclamen has to stay in hand, so let's just try normal summoning. If this card you control is tributed, you can special summon this card from your hand in defense position. You can target it to 2 plant monsters you control and increase their levels by 2. So, she's level 6 now. Oh. I could have done it. I fucked up. I didn't even look at Snowdrop. You can tribute one plant, special summon both this card and one plant from your hand. Okay. So we can activate her. We can summon Mudan. And now we can activate Cyclamen to lower Snowdrop. I don't think we want to activate Flurries. If Rikka is tributed, you can make your opponent tribute one monster you control. We're not gonna do it. Mudan. If this card is normal summoned or special summoned by the effect of a plant, you can add one Rikka spell and trap from your deck or hand. Oh, lovely. She searches. So we're gonna search the trap. We're gonna set it. Okay, well actually, so the fact that you can search the trap is nice. And now we can activate Cyclamen. Tribute it from the hand, because that's a thing. Select another card, no. So now we can make a rank 6. Hell yeah. We got 'em, boys. Okay, I'm proud of myself. That was rough, but I did it. I don't think there's anything else I can really do with Kanzashi. I think her big thing is that she needs to be targeted for a tribute. We're gonna activate Cyclamen to bring her back. What's her stats? She has 18 attack. So, attack. This is not half bad. I mean, I did start with an ultra rare and a super rare in hands, but... Okay, Rose Lover. Rose Lover needs to go to the graveyard ASAP. You can tribute this card from your hand or face-up field and target one... You can tribute this card from your hand or face-up field, target 2 plant monsters you control, reduce their levels by 2. But all I'd have is Kanzashi, so it wouldn't do anything. During the end phase, if this card is in the graveyard, you can special summon it. But banish it. Okay, so this was already special summoned, so it gets banished next time. When you activate this card, you can also tribute one Rikka. Special summon one Rikka from your graveyard in defense position. Okay, I think the trap works. I think we activate the trap, target Kanzashi. Special. Huh? What? When you activate this card, you can also tribute one plant monster. Oh. Okay. That would have let me special summon even more Rikkas. But since I only had one in the graveyard, it didn't give me the option to tribute. That's weird. So I think we might be able to go for a second rank 6. Is that how this works? I don't think so. You can target up to 2 plants, increase their levels by 2. Yeah, okay. So that's another Kanzashi. Or a number 25 Force Focus. You can detach one Exceeds material from this card, target one level 5 or higher, your opponent controls, negate its effect, so that's pointless right now. Learning Yu-Gi-Oh! Decks is fun. It's such a ride. Okay, yeah, they don't do anything. I wonder if I dare try a PvP battle at this point. At least I didn't lose to Hungry Burger this time. Okay, Mudan is a level 6. That's 1 tribute. You can tribute 1 plant monster, special summon this card from your hand. Oh, so I don't even need to use my normal summon. So we're gonna do that for no reason. Actually, okay, so this kind of makes tributing really interesting. Because it doesn't really take up your normal summon. Yeah, we want you to search a card. So actually, we really don't need to run a lot of spell and traps because Mudan searches them. And I don't even need this card. Yeah, I'm a big proponent that tributing should just kind of be a inherent special summon, though. Like, I know they can't really change it at this point. They've built so much on top of the original Yu-Gi-Oh! Game. But I feel like, at this point, it would just work better if you tributed and that was a special summon from hand. Because it's already rough enough trying to get a high-level card, high-level monster. It's already rough enough getting a high-level monster in hand. And so at that point, why not just make it an inherent special summon? And I feel like a lot of like the good tributing, a lot of the tributing that's like even playable is becoming that. Like even just like stuff like Galaxy Eyes, it basically just says turn tributing into an inherent special summon. Tributing is a slow deck and it's so dependent on having a free normal. It is. Yeah, like oftentimes it's hard enough just getting tribute fodder on the field. That's why I'm a big fan of rush duels, actually, because I feel like they solve a lot of issues with like the very basic Yu-Gi-Oh concept of play monsters, tribute them off for bigger monsters, because it basically makes every summon an inherent special summon, sort of. Yeah, pretty much. Like you don't really, the only time you special summon is if you're special summoning a level 5 or higher, or something from graveyard. Because you can't special summon from extra deck right now. Rush duels don't have any deck interaction. So there's not much special summoning going on. it took me a while to realize. Whoops. It took me a while to realize that Rush Duels doesn't have deck interaction. Like, I just assumed, like, yeah, it's Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, you can search your deck for cards. But then I actually started, like, built... I built an archetype for Rush Duels. Because in my spare time sometimes, I just, like, build Yu-Gi-Oh! Archetypes. Because I'm a nerd like that. It's just really satisfying for me to, like, run through that, and I guess, like, it's kind of like learning a new deck, but I'm building it on the fly. But anyway, I was making heroes for Rush Duels. I feel like a lot of GX archetypes would work really well as Rush Duel decks. So I've been messing around with that idea in the background, and I was trying to make a card to pull Poly from my deck until I realized that there's literally no Rush Duel cards that can do that. And that was honestly the turning point for me. Like, once I realized that, I was like, whoa, Rush Duel is actually really cool. Because, like, it's honestly, like, there's so many different things. Like, the nuances of it are really different compared to normal Yu-Gi-Oh! And I really didn't put that together until that moment, basically. Okay, let's try a Vagabond, and then maybe go online. I still need to play Rush Duels, though. I'm super, super into Rush Duels, and I've literally never played a single Rush Duel. Because we don't really have good... There's not, like, good ways to play Rush Duel right now that aren't just, like, Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro against someone online. And, like, sometimes I'm just a little too nervous to go up against someone online where they can talk to me. I haven't gone online in Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro in years. Whoops. But I really do want to play Rush Duels. Like, I feel like I'd be really into it. Okay, so I think we summon Carrot Weight. We activate Rikkas Snowdrop. We tribute Carrot Weight. We summon Primula. We summon Snowdrop. We activate Carrot Weight. We tribute Hill. If a monster you control is tributed, you can summon this card from your hand. You can tribute one plant monster, special summon both this card and one plant monster from your hand. Wait, do none of these do anything if they're tributed? I don't think any of them do anything when they're tributed. We should have activated this. Well, actually, that would have just made me tribute more. You can target one plant monster you control. All plant monsters you currently control become that monster's level until the end of the turn. Oh. Okay. Wait, okay. So Snowdrop being level 8, like, means nothing. Because she can just make a plant on the field be the level of a plant on the field. So, like, I can make her level 4 right now and go into a rank 4. Or I can go into a rank 8. Well, now I need a rank 8 for this deck. I don't know if I have any rank 8s. Okay, let me just try that. Just to be sure it's true. You can target one plant monster you control. All plant monsters you currently control become that level. So we target Snowdrop. All plants are level 8 now. Interesting. That actually makes Snowdrop really good. Like, because she's an easy special summon because she only needs one tribute technically. And then she can help you make... You can basically choose between rank 4, rank 6, and rank 8. And technically rank 2 if you're trying hard. Let's go Carrot Bait. And let's try Gachi Gochi. Because we can attack into this card and then get a second attack. And then have a couple, like 200 more damage. Oh no. Oh, that was a mistake. I guess not a mistake, but... Photon Lizard. Photons seem fun too. I really liked the last kite event, where you could basically just play with his deck. I feel like that's like something they should really do more of going forward, is like playing with event decks. Because it really gives you like the opportunity to try things out and know if you want to spend, like, actually invest in them. And I feel like it would also get people like interested in investing in them, so it's probably smart on their end too. If a monster you control is tributed, except during the damage step, you can special summon this card. You can target 2 plants, increase their levels by 2. So she doesn't really do anything at the moment. And I think Kachikochi would just blow both of these up, except trap card. Maybe I'm not prepared for ranked. Or I guess the speed duel event. I believe that's what's happening right now. I was hoping we'd have a cooler event for stream, because I saw that we were getting a new event today, and I was like, ooh, well I gotta stream now, since I was planning it anyway. Okay, Cyclamen, you can tribute this card from your hand, but we can't actually do that, because we don't have anything to activate to target the effect on. And this is just my carrot weights. So actually I can't do anything. So I guess the idea here is that you're trying to summon Kanzashi. Like, I guess it's just turboing Kanzashi out at the moment. I don't know if there's much else Rikkas do. I thought they'd have more effects where they, like, triggered when you tributed them. Like, oh, if this card is tributed, destroy a card on your opponent's field. That'd be interesting, but I don't think we have that. It's more just about getting big monsters onto the field. I feel like they're doing a lot nowadays to try to do that. To have, like, big monsters in your main deck. Like, we have, like, Rikkas are like that. We have the Earth's Arctic are like that. I mean, I know they do, like, negative synchroing, dark synchro, but they have, like, a lot of... The whole deck is just really high-level monsters in the main deck. Abhiss, I believe those are all... There are, like, a lot of high-level reptiles that are main deck. And Doremikodo, the new pendulum archetype, That one is also, like, there's no extra deck monsters in there either. I feel like they're, like, trying to make more interesting decks that aren't extra deck focused, which is kind of interesting. I guess we said this. Because, like, I feel like extra deck archetypes were just, like, the bread and butter of Yu-Gi-Oh! For a long time. And they didn't do a whole lot that wasn't at least extra deck focused in some way. So it's interesting to see them, like, trying out main deck stuff. I'd like to see more rituals. I know we did get megaliths. Megaliths are actually pretty cool. Like, just concept-wise. Yeah, that was the vagabond. That's fair. Megaliths are cool concept-wise because they basically just tried to do rituals but not having to worry about the ritual spell. I don't know. I like when they take, like, the really old archetype stuff and just, like, try to make it work. I'd really love to see Geminis work. Because Geminis are dumb, too. Check opponent's deck. No, we're good. We know they're photons. Yeah, I appreciate how they're trying to make the game balanced after years of extra deck focus. Yeah, it's definitely, like, a different look, I guess. I don't know, like, I feel like I really love Yu-Gi-Oh! Because of the extra deck, because of, like, the toolboxing you can do in it. Like, you can do different things with the same state of the game, if that makes sense. So, like, if you have the same cards in the same field, you can turn that into different things using your extra deck. And I feel like that, on top of, like, being able to search things and combo off, are, like, my two favorite parts of Yu-Gi-Oh! Which makes you wonder why I'm so into rush duels, since they don't have either. But it's definitely interesting to see them kind of, like, try to apply extra deck concepts to the main deck, sort of. I guess that's what they're kind of doing. Also, I just realized, but in the bottom corner, poor Bruno, his face. Antinomic, your face. That's actually great.
Witness my Excel synchro.
Hold on.
I'm gonna get the scoop.
Their faces. This is...
Harley the reporter.
I love that.
And Netherworld are both mine to command.
I'm definitely keeping this overlay. It's so dumb. Okay, let's try a turbo duel with Rikkas. This isn't gonna go well, but I'd like to try. And then maybe after this we'll play some Vendrads to finish out. Since I'm actually good at Vendrads. Ah, Antinomic. I hope I'm saying that right. I feel like I've said that, like, so many times this stream. I never know if I'm saying things right.
Ready, set, duel.
Yeah, Turbo Duel. I'd love a game where, like, you're just playing Yu-Gi-Oh! But you're also racing. I'd really love that. Okay, so I think what we do... Oh no, I set that. Can I still activate you? Okay, good. Okay, so I think that's the plan. is to get these two out. You contribute this card in your hand or face up. So I think we can lower the level of Snowdrop and then activate Carrot Weight, tribute Rose Lover in hand, get it in the graveyard to set up, normal summon Carrot Weight, activate Snowdrop to make it level 6. And then we go into Sanzashi? Kanzashi. I'll learn that name. Well, that wasn't half bad. That was Kanzashi turn 1. It did take my whole hand, but... Oh, and Cyclamen comes back in attack position, I guess. Ton Endo. Let's see what they've got. They already have over 25. Their deck is 30 cards. That may mean that they are... What's the word? They're not streamlining their decks, so that's not a good sign for them. I feel like the only time a 30 card deck is viable is if you're playing with Grass. I used to do that with Gem Knights. Grass Gem Knights was really good. Not really good, actually. It was okay. Gem Knights have never been really good. But I love them. I'll have to show you guys my dumb Gem Knight build at some point, too. I call it Gem Volleyball. It will make sense when you see it. But it's really fun. The name, I mean. The deck is painful. The deck is Pain Peckle. Okay, so this guy is huge now. Maybe he knows what he's doing. Wait, huge and he makes multiple moves, attacks? That's rough. So, Rose Lover. That doesn't do much. When this card is equipped to a monster, that monster can attack twice. Damn. When this card is normal summon... When this card is equipped to a monster, that monster is treated as a tuner. Okay. Level 8 tuner isn't doing you much, dude. But this is probably boosting it by the number of equips it has. No, it's just this level. Okay. Interesting. What can we activate? We can activate Carrot Weight. Or Rose Lover. I think the move... No, I think all we have is set Rose Lover and be run over by this thing because it has 2 attacks. So I think we lose. Large boy equals competent boy. True. Sometimes you really just need big monster. Sometimes that's all you need. You'd be surprised, like sometimes it's just... Sometimes you just don't have a way to out a big monster and you just lose. Is he doing anything interesting? Oh boy, he has another monster. That's 3 attacks. Unless he wants to make a level 12 synchro. He can do that. I don't think Dragoonities have a level 12 synchro. Oh, but that's a level 6 or a level 10. Whoa, okay. He got rid of his big monster to make a new big monster. Dragonides do look pretty cool though. Like the whole equipping, like it's very much just union monsters but better. Okay, yeah, I lose. I know monster equipping is pretty cool. I feel like anything that treats a monster like something in the spell and trap zone is pretty interesting. Ooh, gems. Yeah, that didn't go so well. But yeah, I'm partially a big fan of Pendulum just for that. Just because, like, you can do multiple things with it. Because, like, you can also set it in the spell and trap zone. That's what they do. But, like, also stuff like artifacts. Artifacts set themselves in the spell and trap zone, and that's, like... That's weird. Like, face down in the spell and trap zone is very secretive. Because it's like a special effect that only you know is happening, if that makes sense. Like, it's not technically public knowledge. Or it's definitely not public knowledge. Because you set the monster and it's just treated as a spell and trap. I don't know. I just think that's interesting. Treating cards like other cards is just fun sometimes. I designed a deck because I like making custom cards. I built a deck around having spell cards that special summon themselves as monsters. And they were basically like witches' familiars. So what you did was the spell cards were equip spells, and you could equip the familiars to the witches. But then the familiars could also be special summoned as monsters. I thought it was cool. What do we do here? I think we go carrot weight. Carrot weight really does make this viable. So we summon Mudan and we summon Snowdrop. And then I think we just go... I think we search the trap. And then I think we go into Kanzashi. By picking Mudan. Yeah. Yeah, Snowdrop really makes this deck work. Like, if I don't... So far, if I open with Snowdrop, I'm pretty good. And if I don't open with Snowdrop, it's rough. Carrot weight, contribute Rose. If a monster you control is tributed, okay. So I think I might be able to special summon her too. Nope. I guess it has to be a monster on the field. But I can still use Rose to summon. Yeah, because I can choose a plant, I can special summon her, and then I can go into a rank 4 to hit over Sea Squatter. Do I not have a rank 4? These are 2 level 4s. Hello? Something must have happened. But I guess we're not rank 4ing. It seems fairies are pretty decent. What do you mean by fairies being pretty decent? Is that like the fairy deck? Like with Sanctuary and stuff? Or am I just completely missing something I was saying like 2 minutes ago? Oh, or is it just because the Rikka fairies in the main deck are fairies? That makes sense. I'm probably just dumb. Dumb shrimp brain. Yeah, it took me a while to realize actually that the main deck ones that are tiny are fairies. And like the other ones have other names. When you activate this card, you contribute 1 plant. Special summon one Rikka from your graveyard. Okay. I think that's the move here. Because I think we want to summon Snowdrop. Because Snowdrop enables everything. Oh, wait, we can just summon a Rikka Sanzashi from the grave. And then I kind of want to just target Mudan and go into a rank 4. And I guess I'll go with Samurai for game. I mean, I already have game, but Snowdrop is indeed the gateway drug. I could see Snowdrop being the name of a drug, to be quite honest. I'm glad I have 2 Snowdrop, though. I don't think the deck would have functioned at all if I only had 1. You really do need her for, like, every decent play so far. Okay, let's do a duel or 2 with Vendreads and then probably call it a day. Should I do ranked or should I do turbo duels?
I take synchro summoning to a whole new level.
I'm back as a dark signer.
I don't think I have a skill on this deck. I should probably put a skill on this deck. Yeah, that's the other thing about Vendreads. Like, you really don't need a skill for them to be okay. I feel like some decks just, like, really need a skill or they don't work. Yeah, I don't even have anything good on Dark Carly. I think sometimes I run compensation on them. And sometimes I run the ritual art that Alexis has. Azusa? I think that's her name in Japanese. I'm less familiar with the Japanese names from the first 3 series. But then after that I know everyone by their Japanese name pretty much. I feel like the dubs are just so... Like, the earlier dubs are just so iconic because so many people watch them. And then there's, like, the Vrains dub that's coming out in the United States, like, in a couple months. Apparently it was only legally in Canada until, like, recently. And I feel like that's just the dumbest thing. We are apparently getting a Rush Duel 7's dub, though. That's pretty exciting. I'm really excited to see if we get Rush Duel cards in the TCG. I'm pretty confident we will at this point. But, like, it's gonna be... I feel like it'll be cool to finally see them here. What do I want to do? I want to send the lowest level ritual to the grave to go into Chimera Flesia. We activate Chimera Flesia to destroy Aromage Jasmine, I think. I played Aromages, but that's Rosemary. Evolution. We're gonna use Slayer so that we can pull the real ritual spell once he pops. Because this ritual spell lets you summon using a card from your deck, but then it makes them pop at the end phase of the next turn. Actually, I have game. I was thinking 3 turns ahead. A 7's dub. How far behind is the dub again? Right now, there is no 7's dub. Like, it was announced that it's being worked on, but it's not revealed or anything. Like, it hasn't started. So, we're like 3 arcs. We just finished the 3rd arc, I believe. Yes. We just finished the 3rd arc of 7's. And the dub has been working. They have been working on it, but it's not out yet. So we'll be at least... At a bare minimum, we'll be like 3.5 arcs behind, but we might be more. I feel like the dubs take so long. Like, 'cause I guess they're not working too hard on them. 'Cause they probably don't do as well as, like, the original Yu-Gi-Oh! Dub did. Like, especially with the way Vrains was treated. I feel like they don't put too much stock in dubbing the animes anymore. But I would be interested to see if they kind of, like, go hard on it for Rush Duels. Since Rush Duel is, like, an entirely new thing, they really kind of need to... They really need to market it separately. And I feel like pushing the anime in the US would be a good way to kind of, like, get kids interested in that.
Ready, set, duel!
Okay, Injured Knights. We're gonna use Knights to send Slayer, I think. And get Battlelord. I'm gonna go into Chimera Flesia again. By pitching another Ritual. I really just think Chimera Flesia makes this deck. It's so good. Its 2 effects are really good. You just have to be careful not to kill yourself, because it can force you to suicide. Because, like, if you only have Chimera Flesia, or if it's the only monster on the field that's level 7 or lower, then it will force you to destroy itself. Banish itself, actually. Yeah, I don't know if Yu-Gi-Oh! Is still airing anymore. Like, 7's, not 7's, Vrains definitely isn't. I don't know if it's actually, like, airing on TV. I'm pretty sure it's not. I think they're just, like, putting it out somewhere soon. But I'd be interested to see if they change that around for 7's, since it's kind of something that needs to be marketed a bit more. 7's really drives the product. You really can't sell Rush Duel cards without the 7's anime, and you really can't have the 7's anime without Rush Duel cards. It's... They need each other. It's a symbiotic relationship. Because honestly, a lot of... Like, I feel like a lot of people see Rush Duels and they say, oh, they're just remaking old Yu-Gi-Oh cards because they have like blue eyes and like a lot of the iconic stuff, and they're bringing back like some of the old monsters and just like redrawing them basically. But the vast majority of Rush Duel cards are completely new cards. Like they don't have counterparts in the TCG and OCG. The only one that's like really built off of like a new card is Amabe-san. The mermaid. I love her. Because she got a Rush Duel card and an OCG card at the exact same time. Like they just made them at the same time. It was very interesting. And they actually put Amabe-san in Duel Links very recently too. I appreciate her. She's not very good, but she's cute mermaid. And that's all I need. Yeah, I hear Veins is pretty dry, but Sevens has been really enjoyable so far. I would agree. I feel like Sevens... Vrains. I feel like Vrains had a lot of interesting ideas to go for. And then it just kind of didn't. I feel like that happens with a lot of Yu-Gi-Ohs. Like, they have really good concepts. Or, like, things where they could really take it conceptually. And they just kind of don't. Like, the whole AI thing, centering the whole thing around AI, and, like, having I be, like, more human than Yusaku is such an interesting dynamic. But I feel like Vrains was just so bogged down by the plot. It was pushed really heavily by the plot, and like Yusaku didn't even lose a single time because he just had to win to push the plot forward. And so it felt less like they were exploring the topics and more just like they were trying to get through the plot points. Something like that. I feel like the last arc was interesting though, and then they just kind of... They went real fast. But that one was like all... It was like heavily character driven because it was all about spoiler, I guess, for an anime that's over. IIRC, I forget what that means. That happened with Crow getting way more important than he was meant to be in the draft phase because they wanted him to sell Black Wings. Yeah, I remember that. They like made him a dark signer and he wasn't meant to, or they made him a signer and he wasn't meant to be. And I just think that's the funniest thing. Okay, a normal summon. I can get over this guy with Chimera Flesia. So we normal summon Sundew. We summon Rafflesia by sending Battlelord to grave. Oh, but yeah, Sevens has been really fun. Like, compared to other Yu-Gi-Oh! I feel like it's very plot heavy still. Oh, we can summon a Battlelord from the graveyard. I love that you can ritual from the graveyard. It's in Vendreads, at least. It's really good. Oh, Crow is meant to be the final Dark Signer? Oh, that's really interesting, actually. Yeah, it's interesting how it just kind of like... because there's such long-running shows, they definitely evolve like as they're going on. Okay, I think what I want to do is... Once per turn, you can target one monster in the field. That's less than or equal to this card. Okay, so I can actually pop it with Rafflesia. And I might have actually been able to boost it to be over this thing too. But I can just pop it. And now we have nothing on the field, so we don't have to banish for Battlelord's negation. And we have game. This is why Chimera Flesia Vendreads are busted. I'm a big fan. Because I feel like Chimera Flesia really hits all of the weak points that the other Vendread rituals can't do. Because it can get over 3,000, and it's also an easier destroy a monster than trying to ritual summon with Revenants. But if you do happen to ritual summon with Revenants, then you can pop 2 monsters, which is lovely. But yeah, Sevens has actually been really fun. I feel like it's also pretty plot-driven, but the thing is, it's also like, they don't take it too seriously. And so like the plot isn't like super serious, but they know what plot points they need to hit. So like duels will not necessarily how do I describe this? Like, I feel like a good example from recently is like the Ranze Eyes that episode where what happened was Ranze like fell in love with the villain and was like, I'm gonna duel for you. And it was basically just like a big excuse to make Ranze and Renosuke fight. Because they're siblings and they're on the same team. They have literally no reason to fight. We're gonna go Chimera Flesia. Again. But like, it still moved the plot forward while also giving us a dumb duel. And I feel like every Sevens episode like ends at a new point. Like they never stay in one place. They're always like moving around and doing something, and I feel like that's what makes it feel so fresh. Because you don't just like get stuck in the same thing over and over again. They're actually like constantly doing stuff and constantly moving forward through the plot, even if it doesn't really feel like it. Because they always like make sure to get 1 or 2 things in there that like hint at the future or get referenced in the future. Ooh, a skill. As long as you control 2 or more Fortune Lady monsters, you can do the top card of both players' decks. Whoa. That's interesting. Yeah, I would definitely recommend Sevens. It's a really fun time. And now is the perfect time to get into it because we just finished the 3rd arc. I have no idea what the next arc is going to be about, but it looks like we might be having... Because they didn't really hint at this arc, except like one part at the end where it seems like the villain that's been in the background the whole time is probably going to start coming in. So I feel like that'll be interesting. But I'm sure there's got to be more to it. I'm just not sure where it's going to go. I never know where Sevens is going to go, and that's what's most exciting about it. Sevens just feels really fresh, and I think Yu-Gi-Oh! Needed that. And Rush Duels are fun. Big fan of Rush Duels. Okay, it's been a little over 2 hours now, though. I think I'm probably gonna finish up for the night. Yeah. But thank you all for coming. This stream went so much better than the last one. So I think I might either stick to Duel Links, or I might just like go with mobile-centric stuff. I don't know if I have too many other mobile games that I'm like actually competent at. I play Azure Lane, but that's kind of... I haven't been playing much recently. And it's like kind of boring. Like Azure Lane gameplay isn't fun. But the girls are pretty, and I'm gay. So, that's kind of how it goes. Nori gets into Fate, the horror. Fate... Oh, yeah. I thought you meant, Fire Emblem. Fire Emblem Heroes. I was gonna say, I did play that once, but I really didn't get into it. I have a friend that's really into Fate who wants me to get into it. It's daunting though. There's a lot going on in Fate. I don't know if I can handle it, and I feel like I don't have the time. I have that friend trying to get who wanted me to get into Fate, and I have another group of friends that wants me to get into JoJo. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I know you know that, Woney. But I feel like both of those are just so daunting that I cannot tackle them. Even when people tell me to go back and watch the original Yu-Gi-Oh!, I feel like that's like so many episodes. I don't have that time anymore. I had that time in middle school. Goldie the Fox, thank you for subscribing. I had that time in middle school when I was like, not middle school, high school. When I was like just coming onto the surface for like education. And that was when I like really got into anime and stuff. And I would like purposefully watch series with like over 100 episodes. Because that's just what I wanted. And now I can't imagine doing that. It's insane. But I watched Sailor Moon and Shugukara. Those were like the two big ones that I watched all the way through that got me into anime. JoJo and Fate are on opposite ends of the spectrum of vibes. Yeah, one's like men, like huge men, and the other one is more waifus, I guess. Oh no, not One Piece. I don't have anyone trying to get me into One Piece, but that and Naruto are just like the iconic ones, I guess, that are insanely long. I could never do that anymore, I don't think. I can barely keep up with what I want to do now. Okay, but I guess I'll wrap up. Thank you all for coming. And I don't think I have much else to say. I guess I will probably stream around this time next week. I'll figure out what I'm going to do, but it might just be more Duel Links. We'll see, and I'll go and look through what I have. But thanks for coming. Bye!